As I walked into what was called the angel room, I touched the stone that was rolled away from the door of the sepulchre, saw Jacob's well where Jesus met the woman with the 5 husbands, St. John the 4th chapter, 16th and 17th and 18th verses, saw where Jesus turned water to wine, St. John the 2nd chapter, 7th and 8th verses, and how he fed the 5,000 with the 2 fishes and 5 loaves of bread. But to see the places with your own eyes gives you a different feeling. I could stand here until this time tomorrow, and I could not tell you how much I enjoyed the visit to the Holy Land. Therefore, I must thank God and Clara. Even though I felt I was not well enough to go, she encouraged me to go and would not take no for an answer. If I had 10,000 tongues, speaking with everyone at the same time, I could not give enough thanks. All of my life, I've been hearing the preachers preach about the Holy Land, the river of Jordan, of which I thought I had to die to cross, but I found it right here on earth. The Sea of Galilee, Mount Zion, the Mount of Olives, the tree that Zacchaeus climbed up to see Jesus. As I stood at the gate of Capernaum, where Jesus was told he could not go through unless he paid a fare, I trembled to think of man telling Jesus he could not go through unless he paid. Jesus was not like you and I. We would have argued as to who we were. But Jesus said, the 17th chapter of Matthew and the 27th verse, notwithstanding, lest we should offend them, go thou to the sea, and cast and hook, and take up the fish that first cometh up. And when thou hast opened his mouth, thou shalt find a piece of money. That take and give unto them for me and thee. I said, how great thou art. Inside the synagogue, I stood by the room that Peter's mother-in-law lay sick with a fever. You know the story, and Jesus healed her. When I walked into Pilate's judgment hall, Matthew's the 27th chapter and the 24th verse, Pilate took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. Tears roll down my cheeks. But I hear Jesus say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. The most pitiful picture of Christ in the whole Holy Land was when he met his mother 3 days before he was crucified. That look on his face, I will never forget. You will see pictures of all the places I have told you about in the souvenir book. I went to the top of Mount Zion, tired. King David's tomb was up there, the longest tomb in the Holy Land. At the bottom was the valley of dry bones, those bones that Ezekiel prophesied about. Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. Read it all. Those bones represented the bones of every firstborn child, whether it was a girl or a boy. They throwed it in this valley and burned it up, worshiping the idol god called Moloch. As I looked at the spot, my heart bled. I found myself in the middle of the street, shouting and singing, Them bones got together and begin to walk. The bones got together and began to talk. The bones got together and began to shout, "Hear the word of the Lord." May God bless you all. I will close by saying, I must work the works of him that sent me while it's day. For night cometh when no man can work. I'm talking about working the works of him that sent me while it is day. For when night cometh, it's all over. I've said when night cometh, it's all over. That's why we must work the works of him that sent us, thank God, while it is day.